Part 11. Living Life. Chapter 48. Talking the Talk. Words are such a significant part in all of our lives that we shouldn't take them for granted. I don't just mean monitoring what we say, but meaning what we say as well. We can talk ourselves into things, and we can talk ourselves out of things by words. And if you stub your toe and say, "You stupid fool," then of course you will think you are a stupid fool, and everybody will point to you and say, "Ha, you stupid fool." You can create your own universe by using words to manipulate yourself and your environment. If you lie and cheat using words, then you'll be lying and cheating your way out of a friendship. Because words can be the soft, warm blanket on a cold winter's night, just as words can be the sharp dagger that you stick in someone's spine. Words are just stuff like plasticine that can be put together and built and created. Out of those creations comes something tangible, something we can hold on to, something significant. From nothing it becomes something, a huge mass in the air, and those words can fill the space in the air and turn that space into a wonderful flourishing forest with colourful stories, music, song, laughter. Or they could ruin the environment and make the air stale with accusations and furious nightmares. Tone can also be used to calm or to enrage, so becoming aware of one's tone when speaking is at least much easier if you speak a little slower and concentrate more on what you are saying, because there is no point antagonizing anyone, or they will throw that back in your face and you will not have an easier life anymore. Your own words do not have to be a trap. You do not have to walk on eggshells when trying to monitor your own words. And yes, things will slip out that are not you. Because with every word you speak to others and the outside world, you give away a part of you. That sound reverberates off the walls and travels a huge distance. People from all over may be able to hear you, and that gives away your personality and your way of being. There is certainly nothing wrong with being in a grumpy mood every now and again, as long as you realize that life is a little fun and you can make even a grumpy situation just a little bit easier on yourself. You don't have to listen to hard words being spoken in the room, because you can simply raise your hand and whisper, "That's enough." Taking our time and speaking a little slower in our conversation also means we have more time to think during the conversation, maybe thinking about 2 or 3 things at once, and to choose to say not only what we mean to say, but how we mean to say it, even if it means we have to wait patiently for those words to arrive. As we have discovered already, time is an illusion. Time is just stuff, and we can create that as much as we like, however much we like at any moment. So if we are ever asked a question that we cannot immediately answer, the best way is to be silent, or to say, "Hang on a moment while I think about this, because I want to get this exactly right." That way you will be playing for time, and well, you can carry on speaking and say, "Let me come back to that in a moment. Let me just leave that on the table and I will get back to you. Let me just give you a call. Let me just drop you a line when I've figured out the answer." Yes, you can use your words to delay or to progress anything at any moment. You can initiate anything. You can plan anything. You can create anything in just a few moments. So it is always important to respect the power of words. Words can be priceless. They can also be valueless if you speak words idly. Words are certainly valueless if you say you'll do something and then you don't do it. If you say something will happen and nothing happens, well, nobody will value your words, and your words will lose their effect and their magic on other people. If you do exactly what you said you were going to do, plus a little extra as well, just because you felt like you would do, just because it seemed fun, then your words will take on extra credit with others, and your esteem level will go up in the eyes of others, simply by being yourself and using your words to create. Chapter 49. Life as a Performance. Imagine yourself as an actor. One day you find yourself in a play. It is only a very tiny part, but that part is significant to you because you get to stand up and you get to deliver those lines. So the outsider, the small bit part player, may not enthusiastically throw themselves in, knowing that they're hardly going to be seen in the wider world. The important thing to remember is that for those few moments, they capture the audience's attention, and the whole production hangs on their shoulders. If they get it right, they will get reviewed highly. If they mess it up, then the whole production collapses on the strength of that ham performance. Yes, life is a stage, and if you imagine yourself as the main performer on that stage, you can create yourself a background and a backdrop. You can drop any elements onto that stage you wish, and you can speak and deliver your lines however you choose. The audience will boo and applaud. The audience will judge, no matter what you say. It doesn't matter. It only matters that you are comfortable with what you say and that you are not deliberately harming others. Others will be harmed by your words. Your words will move others and shock others and make others think that you are saying one thing when you are actually saying another, and they will make up their own stories about what is going on, each individual to another. The actor knows they cannot please all of the audience because the audience could be zoned out and in their own world, and they might not even care what you say, and your words might be empty, valueless and useless. But to some of the audience, your words will impact those, and they will make a difference, even if they do not appreciate you for doing that. You can say words for their own good, and you can say words which will deliver a huge message. Whether the audience is receptive to that message largely hangs on your performance. Once again, we return to the phrase, in order to be loved, you must first be lovable. So if you portray yourself as a wonderful character, a great guy, then that's all you will be remembered for when the audience leave the theatre of your own creation. Each member of the audience will see your theatre differently. Some may appreciate those dust clouds hanging over the ceiling where you just couldn't reach those spots. Some might not appreciate those little extra efforts that you went in to make that theatre extra special, but that place is your place, and you better make that space authentic, otherwise you're actually hiding under an illusion. And yes, you can hide behind a mask if you know that you are doing so, and you can narrate things just like you are doing in a theatre, inside a dragon costume, performing a dance. If the audience appreciate that, then fine. If they don't, then you are using your efforts unwisely, and your energies may be used better somewhere else. But life is a game. You can create your own game, and if it's fun for you, then great. If it isn't, then it's time to stop playing that game and find one that is fun. As soon as a game becomes not fun, it is not a game. It becomes a chore. We can choose to change roles at any point and become the adult or the performer or the whimsical child or actually the spoilt brat who just wants to jump up and down and complain that life is not fair. We can also manipulate the audience into believing anything we choose. But if the audience finds out that we are actually manipulating them, then it becomes an ego trip and we are booed off the stage. For this reason, the spirit should come from within. If the performer is enthused, they can rapture the audience and be showered in praise. All you need is a little passion, a little dedication, and high enthusiasm goes a long way. In the end, a poor performance is rated by you. If you performed poorly, then you only have yourself to blame. Yes, life, once again, is right there at your feet, and you can tap dance on that spot, or you can bury yourself in the sand and say, it's all my fault. If in doubt, try to imagine yourself as one of the audience. Stand back in the room and try to observe yourself from a distance to see how you are being. Is that really you? Is that really what you wanted to say? And if you appear the fool, then you can stop doing that and try something else. Chapter 50. The Door Opens. The final chapter of this audiobook will be a brief summary of everything that we've discovered so far, and hopefully a closure on the whole matter. As you know by now, life philosophy does not begin and end with Socrates and Plato. It begins and ends with us. We are our own philosopher. We are our own guru. We tell ourselves what to believe and what not to believe. We command ourselves to do and what not to do. So life begins and ends with us. Everything else is just stuff. And the cosmic joke is this stuff won't hang around very long. In fact, you'll be dead soon, so what does it matter? In the meantime, we can manipulate stuff however we choose, for good or for ill. We can change stuff around, we can create stuff, we can knock stuff away. Most stuff doesn't even exist, only in the minds of people, and we make stuff up all the time. We get stuff wrong all the time, and we make A equals B but not equal C all the time. In fact, sometimes we can't plan ahead further than a few minutes, and sometimes things just jump out of the blue, which knocks us off balance, and we can't concentrate any longer on the moment and on all this stuff we have been trying to learn in this philosophy guide. Sometimes life is chaos, and life is definitely in two parts, the order and the chaos. In this audiobook, we've been talking about the order side, all the sides of life which you can actually order to your heart's content. You can order your words, you can order your environment, you can order your life. Yes, you can order anything, even a husband, even a marriage, even a baby. You can order that, make room for that, make allowances, and you can have that if you really want it. It's never too late, because time is an illusion, and we can create time to do anything at any point, and we can plan or even not plan and just go ahead and do something of our own free will, because you live a life in a world of your own creation. You chose that job, you chose that house, you chose that vehicle, and even if you didn't, you chose to keep that hanging around, otherwise you would have got rid of that a long time ago. In fact, even if you have a job which you can't stand, and everything in your world you cannot stand, you can definitely get rid of that at any moment. You can start up your own business, doing anything you choose, and working your own hours, working for yourself. Yes, if you can imagine yourself working in a business, you can start that up, you can go for it. If that's what you really want, then do it. Money is no object, because money is just stuff, and you can order more stuff at your command and at your leisure. Debt is just more stuff, and if you handle debt, then you can accomplish other stuff. The point is not to harm yourself and not to harm other people. So often if you place yourself in debt, you will jeopardize your future. But at the same time, if you see debt as something to improve upon and something which it is possible to get yourself out of, then if you do that, that will create achievement. And having a sense of achievement in life cannot be underestimated. Life is whatever you make it. Life is whatever you say it is. And at the end of the day, as long as you can lie in bed and feel like you have achieved something, you can lie there and feel like you have worth and value. And that makes life worth living. If you cannot find a sense of achievement in life, no matter what it is, then perhaps it is a good idea to find one, because achieving in life makes life possible. Without achievement, life would not be possible, and we will get very bored and very miserable indeed. No one can make you enjoy yourself, no one can make you happy, unless it comes from the core. You are the actor on the main stage, you are the performer, and if it comes from the core that you are like that, then absolutely fantastic. If not, then you may have to put on a temporary mask to maybe look at yourself like that and to work yourself towards it. Start as you mean to go on and lead by example, not by putting on false masks and manipulating people, but becoming temporarily who you really want to be. Yes, any man and woman can be a Superman, and any person can jump out and become the United States President or an astronaut on the moon. Everybody started somewhere, and you started where you started, and aren't you lucky that you didn't start somewhere else? Because if you did, you wouldn't be where you are right now. You have a lot to be thankful for, and if you count your blessings, you may realize you are very fortunate indeed. The orderly side of life, the things that you can take care of, is about taking care of things, and taking life with tender loving care is the motto of the day, because if you take care of yourself and drink plenty of fresh, clean water every day, then you flush your mind and your body and you'll be active in the world, because we only ever get one chance to accomplish anything in life. Because the day will only appear once, when we have a wedding day, and if we have another wedding day, well, that will be different. If we have 2 days which are absolutely identical, like Groundhog Day, then something must be different, because otherwise we are living a dream. And if life is as we make it, then we can inhabit a dream at any point. But the point is, if we take care to do things on time and in time, if we are proactive instead of inactive, then we can take those risks, we can look forward into the future, and we can stop things from happening before things get too wild and unpredictable. The philosopher knows that the chaos side of life is totally wild and totally unpredictable, and the audience is fickle. You'll never know what you're going to get. All you can do is deliver from your side, and what you get back is what you get back. On a different day, on a different hour, the result may be different, but on that day in time, on that only day in time, you can be assured that you have a life and you are living it, you are making it, and there are no way backs in life, only forwards. So if you get it right as far as you can do, first time around, then usually the matter is over. You don't have to sit those exams again, you don't have to live that day again, you have got through that level, you have completed the game. And yes, life is a game of your own design, and you can design any game you choose. The game of taking life fairly and respectfully of everything else in your life, because if you do not respect something, it will disappear pretty fast, and if you ignore something, that is a clear sign to life that that is not needed in your life any longer. So sometimes respect comes before everything else, and everything else follows through. Self-respect comes from within, no matter what we achieve or not achieve, no matter what we say and do. If we are our own best friend, then we will not put ourselves down, and will always take care of things in a matter of due course. Life is up to us. If we let ourselves down, then we only have ourselves to blame, but if we rise above that and those self-doubts, then we can be whatever we want to be, and we can have whatever we want to have. Money, riches, power only lead to the greed trap, which breeds insecurity. So security comes from within, and if you can find that first of all, then you can find anything you desire. In the meantime, wherever you are, whoever you are normal. You are okay. You are a human being. You are one of us. We're all in the same boat together. You and I. You are not below me. You are not above me. We are all together. The world wouldn't function any other way. It takes all of us doing our own little tiny bit to make the whole world turn. So if you ever feel insignificant, then first of all acknowledge that insignificance, maybe revel in that, and then jump out of that, because you are absolutely as significant as every other person on the planet, whether you realize that or not. You make the difference. You are the key which opens the door to your life. No one can hand you the keys. You must make the key and take the key yourself. No book can give you the keys to life, because you held the key all along. You are life. You are the prime example, and if you take that key and use that key, then you can open your world. You are the compass. You have the power to speak and stand up, the power to stand back and observe, or the power to stand down and to say nothing. Thank you for taking part in this audiobook presentation. I hope you found some parts interesting and appealing. In our next book, we will take a look at the chaos of life and the interconnectedness of life. It is a journey into the void and out along the web of life. So I hope you will join me for that. In the meantime, thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.